it's on a whole nother level as far as the Earth.
I'm pretty sure all the flat earthers, it's really just a ploy so that they can get a free trip into space to be convinced of this. That's kind of what you
do. And now, without further ado, yes, I do.
Read me one.
Yeah. It's the most important thing we'll be printing.
It's really hard to predict the future, Whitney. You don't have to worry about it. Printers and get a new juicer middle reamer thing.
I love that. And the fact is that everybody's thinking of having a printer in your home.
I think it's 50 years away.
50 years.
But it could be next weekend if somebody gets out there. The balls.
Right.
And printing or cutting things into a sphere is not so easy. So the answer would be, of course it's possible, just be kind of difficult.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Hands on this idea. First of all, what is a Super Draco engine?
I don't
know.
It's SpaceX's rocket engine.
That's their rocket engine.
And they make the bell housing, at least I saw it in Space News, they make the nozzle.
Oh, I saw
3D printer. But all that technology really comes down from NASA. Most of it's so much of what we take for granted in our modern world, the internet especially, in this type of podcast, is a result of the space program. So also keep in mind that when SpaceX builds a rocket, they're doing it with your tax money. It's usually most of the time it's a contract under NASA. Once in a while, the Air Force. So to go.
All right.
We're not making this about me. This is your interview.
Yeah.
But let's talk to people and tell people how we met.
Okay.
How we came in each other's spheres.
Spheres?
Yeah. You tell the story.
I'm just impressed that you said spheres. Spheres?
No, spheres.
Spheres.
No, not spheres.
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 Yeah. You watch your show, your heart breaks, especially season 3. It's heartbreaking. Where are the authorities? What is going on?
Well, it's something that you can't win. I just think persistence and the truth will get you there.
Baby, you are a warrior.
Thank you.
Honestly, you're doing really great work. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Never miss a beat.
conversation. But as an educator, I turn to the electorate and I say, if you think Earth is flat, that will compromise your ability to get jobs that depend on you knowing that.
Right.
And okay, you can still be the janitor, you could be the maid, you can do these things, but you're not going to be head of NASA, or you shouldn't be. Right? So we live in a free country. People have the right to think whatever they want about whatever they want, and I don't have issues with that. I just have issues if you think the wrong things about objective truths, and then you rise to power and influence legislation based on it. That's the unraveling of an informed democracy.
About in newspapers. And some people suggest there's something dramatically wrong with cosmology. If you look up at the upper left-hand side, you will see the measurement of the Hubble constant, the expansion rate of the universe in this series of units called kilometers per second per megaparsec that don't matter for our purposes. When I was a student, this number was known to within a factor of 2.
Say regressive things. It's like, they're sure the Earth is flat. I think what's happened is the internet has allowed that person to find every other person in the world who thinks the same way.
Right.
And then this gives the illusion of affirmation of some truth when it's completely false. Pre-internet, these would be isolated people around the world.
Right.
And so I'm not entirely convinced that it's on the rise. It's just getting more organized.
Well, but what about, I mean, the United States right now has...
Right.
And
really grazes by. I mean, the energy from the sun. I mean, well, anyway. Thank you for joining me.
Do you notice, though, that the axis about which the Earth turns is not straight up and down. It's tilted to one side at an angle of 23.5 degrees from the perpendicular. This has a lot to do with why we have different seasons, as we shall see.
Let's say that this plastic globe of science is like the Earth.
Right.
And the seasons, right here with the solar panel plastic globe of science.
Using a flashlight, you can see for yourself that direct rays are concentrated on a smaller area than slanted rays. This is why direct rays produce more heat.
we would just be completely vaporized.
But until that happens,